over here, we were working on trying to get as many enchanted diamond stiffened meshes as we possibly could into our system. Now, unfortunately, we only managed to get 3 diamond stiffened meshes that were fully upgraded. Like if we look at this one here, we got 3 diamond stiffened meshes that have sieving fortune 3 and sieving efficiency 5, and it took us way too much time and way too much XP to do it. And so what I want to work on in today's episode is a couple of things, but one of the things that I want to work on is a faster, cheaper, and just overall better way of getting diamond stiffened meshes using the typesetting table and the printing press from Bibliocraft. It should make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier. And then also you may notice that we have some of the industrial foregoing machines over here as well. Another one of the things that I would like to work on in today's episode is starting a little bit of plastic production so we can start making really any industrial foregoing machine that we want. And then also on top of that, it would be pretty great if we could replace our igneous extruders with some material Stoneworks factories and then speed those up to hopefully make them faster than the igneous extruders that we have right now so that we can produce gravel, sand, and dust much quicker and then take full use and really put our new sieves to the test, essentially, and try and get as many resources as possible. And hopefully, chat, by the end of today's stream, we will have kind of finished with the early game resource generation from sifting, at least, section of the mod pack, because I feel like we spent way too much time over the past couple of streams trying to get, like, just a bunch of trying to get our resource generation and processing up and running, and I kind of want to move on to some of the other mods in the pack, so hopefully that will be done by the end of today's stream. Nevertheless, the first thing that I would like to work on in today's stream is probably getting a latex processing unit and a tree fluid extractor. Both of these are very easy for us to make. The tree fluid extractor is just a normal furnace, redstone, and an iron gear, as well as a little bit of stone. Exceptionally easy. He says that he doesn't have any cobblestone or any stone whatsoever. Let's quickly go ahead, smelt some of that up in our lovely zenith furnace. Let's go ahead and craft up a tree fluid extractor, like so. We're then going to need a latex processing unit. For those who don't know, the tree fluid extractor will extract latex from logs. You can then go ahead and pump that latex into a latex processing unit, and that latex processing unit will then turn that latex into tiny piles of dry rubber that you can then craft up and smelt to get the normal rubber required to make things like the material Stoneworks factory. We need this plastic here, dry rubber, tiny piles of dry rubber, latex processing unit. That's the chain that we're trying to make here. And the reason why we're doing it right at the start of today's episode is I kind of want to set it up, let it do its thing, and hopefully by the time that we come back to doing more work with industrial foregoing, which we are going to do later on in today's stream, hopefully by that point we'll have enough plastic to actually get some work done. So let's get a tin gear. Let's get hopefully a latex processing unit, which is missing 2 vanilla furnaces. Of course, we don't have any freaking cobblestone. One thing I should do, and that should be added to our to-do list, is that we should put the either put this down by the rest of our storage drawers so that our cobblestone generator is connected to our AE system so we can access this from the crafting terminal, or we should just go ahead and put a storage bus onto this storage drawer. I think moving this downstairs would make a lot more sense than putting another storage drawer, putting another storage bus onto this storage drawer, but we'll see. We'll probably do that in just a second here. So we should have, I think, everything it takes to make a machine frame and then craft that up into a latex processing unit. We are going to need some kind of fluid pipe. Thankfully, we do have these fluid conduits, and I think 2 is going to be just the right amount. We also need a server to get these guys up and running. Thankfully, not too difficult whatsoever. And if I'm not mistaken, at the very least, the tree fluid extractor doesn't require any power, although I think the latex processing unit might require some power. And so for now, I'm just going to put this down like this. I'm going to put the latex processing unit onto here. Although actually, yeah, as always, I think this might work at filling this up. Let me check real quick, because I'm not quite sure if this works. Oh, it does. Nice. Okay, I thought it wasn't for a second there. It was empty for a brief second. It wasn't filling up, but that is working. Nice. All right, so now we can go ahead and throw this down. I do it wrong every single time. We can put it down like this. Make sure that this side here that is different to the rest of the sides is where we're going to put all of our wood. And people tell me time and time again that acacia wood is the wood that gives you the highest amount of latex. Unfortunately, I don't think we have. We do have some acacia seeds right here, and so maybe we can get some acacia wood real quick. I don't know if it's worth going through the effort of actually trying to get acacia wood. Like, you do get, I think, enough latex from, oh gosh, he's done it. Why would that, oh my goodness, why would that break the oak wood as well? I figured that would just break the acacia wood. Oh, well, that's fine. Thankfully, that didn't destroy too much of our wood, right? Yeah, no, we're okay. We're okay. That's fine. But yeah, apparently acacia wood does give you more. If I press U here and we look at the tree fluid extractor, you get an average of 4,800 millibuckets. You get 3 to 5 millibuckets per tick, or 3 millibuckets per 5 ticks. Oh yeah, it's 3 millibuckets per 5 ticks. And then if we look at, for example, oak wood, only gives you 1 millibucket every 5 ticks for an average of 1,600 millibuckets. So I guess maybe it is worth it, especially if the acacia is so easy to get like it is in this situation. So that's going to go ahead and get us latex. Super cool. Doesn't require any power whatsoever. Fantastic. And then we can just go ahead and do something like this. Extract on here, pump that latex round into the latex processing unit. This does also require an unlimited source of water, or just a source of water, in order to work. And boom, nice. Okay, that should be a good producer of tiny piles of dry rubber. We do have to keep an eye on this and put new blocks of acacia wood down every time it runs out. In the future, we could look at automating this with like a block placer of some description. And I say in the future, we could do that right now, actually. There's no real reason, I don't think, for us not to jump in with a placer just right off the bat. The block placer from Open Blocks is just extremely easy to make. And I think all we really need to do is just something like that and put acacia wood in it and maybe give it a redstone signal. Yeah, I think it might need a lever. Let me see. Do we have a lever lying around? We do. Nice. So if we just go ahead and do something like that. Excuse me? That doesn't work? Do I need to have this like placed onto the ground maybe? Like I maybe have to have this above? I have a feeling if I try and place it here, can I rotate it? Oh, I can. Beautiful. I want it facing down like that. Does that work? Am I losing my mind, chat? The log is there? Oh my goodness, it is. Excuse me? So wait, if I get rid of this log. Oh, it does place a log down. Okay. Okay, that's all right. The log is there. It's just invisible. Thank you, chat. Okay, that's bizarre, but it is working. We've got 43 tiny piles of dry rubber. So let's just quickly go ahead. I'm going to quickly grab a little bit more acacia, just we've got all these saplings lying around. I'm going to try, where possible, to not vein mine all of my wood this time. This is going to make a massive tree thanks to that spark there that we should really probably just get rid of. This is a pain. I want to, if I put my sapling here, when I go to vein mine, I'm going to vein mine all of the wood as well. So I need to break this block and then vein mine the entire, there we go. Okay, so that should be more than enough acacia, probably to last us quite a while here. That should get us quite a nice amount of rubber. Whilst we wait for that to get a nice amount of rubber so we can start working on the material stoneworks factories and the likes, let's shift our focus over to our enchantment. So last time, the strategy was get a diamond stiffened mesh and then enchant it in the enchantment table and essentially give it a random enchantment. Once it had a random enchantment, we were kind of hoping that it would get Sieving Efficiency 5 or Sieving Fortune 3. If it did get those enchantments, we would strip every enchantment off that wasn't those enchantments, and then it was good. If it had one of those enchantments, but another of those enchantments, we would then go ahead and, you know, get a book with that enchantment and add it to the mesh. It was a whole convoluted process that took too long and was very inefficient, especially in terms of XP, because of the fact that the disenchanter took so many levels to disenchant. For example, if I go and try and grab one of these meshes here, like this one right here has got Soulbound 3, which we don't need, and just regular Soulbound, which we also don't need. If I was to go and try and strip that off, it would take like sometimes 20 levels to pull that off, right? Which is way too expensive. And so the alternative way of doing it is using Bibliocraft. So for that, we need a typesetting table, which is super easy to make. It's just some oak slabs, some oak wood, iron, redstone, and then a print press chase is what it says there. So we'll do that. And we'll do this. Nice. We also need a printing press to actually print the books. That does require a blaze rod, which we may or may not have. We don't. However, we do have these molten cores here, which if memory serves me right, we can craft into blaze rods. We can indeed. Good stuff. And so that should allow us to very easily go ahead and make one of those once we get a weighted iron pressure plate, like so. Kapow. And so now, chat, we can also do with making these spectacles or these reading glasses. They're not required. And the game will work without them, but they do make life a little bit easier. They do require black dye. However, we do, of course, have, I believe, the lens of color, as well as our atomic reconstructor. And so if we were to, for example, grab some lapis, throw this on here, it might take a couple of cycles, because I'm not quite sure where ink is on the cycle here, but we are going to need ink for the printing press anyway. And so Although it might seem like a bit of a waste of power here, we are definitely going to need these ink sacs for more than just the reading glasses. Bone meal and ink sacs? Nice. Okay, cool. That took way too long, but it worked in the end. We could just put bone meal down, of course. Well, we live and learn, chat. We live and learn. That gets us the reading glasses, which we can then go ahead and throw on. And they do look quite dashing, if I do say so myself. A little bit big, if anything, but they work. And so now, chat, if we go ahead and throw down the printing press, like so, and the typesetting table, like so, what we can do is a few things. First things first, we need to have an enchanted book with the enchantment that we want. So in our case, we would like Sieving Efficiency 5. To get Sieving Efficiency 5, we can combine 2 Sieving Efficiency 4s, like so, and we can call this Sieving 5, or whatever we want to call it. We do need some more levels. Thankfully, our mob spawner has been churning away since the last stream, and so I'm fairly certain that we've got like over 10,000. Yeah, we've got 20,000 solidified experience cubes here, so should be more than enough levels for us to get what we need to get done in today's stream. And so back over here, if we go ahead, try that one more time, boom, boom, that's going to get us Sieving Efficiency 5. And so now, chat, what we can do is over here, we can put the Sieving Efficiency 5 book on the left slot, like so. We then do need to get ourselves another one of those, what are they called, print press chasers, like this, which I believe we then put into the top slot, like so, we do. Then you'll see here it says requires 40 levels, so we do need to go get a little bit more experience, but with this method as opposed to the other method, that's kind of really the only point at which XP is required. Unlike the other method, there is no stripping of experience away from items that already have, stripping of enchantments away from items that have already been enchanted. And so if we go ahead and shift right click, boom, it's going to go ahead and it's going to make us an enchanted plate with Sieving Efficiency 5. And so once we have this, you can go ahead and put it in the printing press, like so. We then do need some books, which thankfully we might already have. We've got 20 books, nice. We can put those books on the left, like so. You then need to put ink in the top slot there. You can see where it's black. You can go ahead and put some ink sacs in there. Did I put my ink in the system? I did. And so if we just right click the ink, like so, it's going to start doing its work. And after a couple of seconds, it's going to go ahead and basically copy that enchantment to a book. Nice. And if we take this, so the caveat to this is that if I take out this plate now, you'll see the plate does have durability. And so the plate can only make 3 copies of this book. And so by default, and I just show you here, we've got the Sieving Efficiency 5. And so by default here, this is already a better method, I think, in that it requires 40 levels to make 3 copies of Sieving Efficiency 5, but we can take this one step further. We can make this even better by getting an unlimited amount of books from our Sieving Efficiency, but it's going to take a little bit of work. And by that, I mean, first of all, that we should put our ink sacs and our... I'm going to take the books off. I don't want to leave this running because I want to make sure we don't lose that, but what we can do is we can actually repair that using the, I think it's called the repairer, from Actual Editions. This guy right here. A little bit expensive, and this is going to take a little bit of work because it does require 4 blocks of empowered diamantine crystals, which are made with the empowerer with a block of diamantine, which is just diamonds in front of the atomic reconstructor, with clay, blue powder, and blocks of clay. So just a lot of clay and some light blue dye. It's going to take a little bit of work, but should not be too difficult and shouldn't be anything that's too hard for us to achieve. So, pivoting over a little bit into some actual additions, the first thing that we're going to have to do is make ourselves an empowerer as well as some display stands. Thankfully, not too difficult, albeit a little bit grindy. The question really is, do we have enough nether quartz? I don't think we do. I think, chat, we're going to have to start today's stream with a little bit of a trip to the nether, because in order to make this work, we need 4 display stands, we need 5 display stands, 4 to go around the empower, and then 1 to actually make the empower itself. Each display stand requires 6 blocks of quartz. 3 of them are aesthetic quartz, which you can make by zapping a block of quartz with the atomic reconstructor. And the other 3 are aesthetic green quartz, which is made by zapping chiseled quartz, which you can of course get by chiseling quartz. So we need 6 blocks of quartz for 5 display stands, so 30 blocks of quartz, which is like 120 quartz. So we need about 2 stacks of nether quartz in order to get this to work, as well as a bunch of batteries and a lot of Restonia crystals and advanced golden coils. And so yeah, sure, let's go to the nether real quick and see if we can't get 2 stacks of nether quartz. I don't think that should be too difficult. Also, real quick, I'm going to swap out my reading glasses for my helmet just in case we run into some bad guys in the nether. I'm also going to charge my jetpack real quick. Although the jetpack is terrible and is not going to be useful whatsoever, it might save us in a pinch. Like if we are in the nether and we're like about to die from fall damage, being able to fly for like 8 seconds with the jetpack might be like a lifesaver, right? Finally, we have returned we've now got just shy of 3 stacks of nether quartz. So we do need to do /home just because we spawned it at somebody else's base, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and craft up the 120 nether quartz we need into 30 blocks. I think 30 blocks is all we need. I'm fairly certain that we then need half of those to just be zapped right away. Not with the lens of color, so just zapped on their own, like that. And then the other half needs to be chiseled. Thankfully, we do have a chisel on us. We can go ahead and do that. Like so. Just standard chisel quartz will do. Throw it on the ground. That should get us the green quartz. It does. Beautiful. And so now, chat, if we go ahead and look at the recipe for the display stands, which apparently I cannot spell, all we need is 5 of these advanced coils, which I'm fairly certain we're going to need even more of. Do we have any Restonia crystals? We do not. Thankfully, Restonia is extremely easy to make. It's just redstone zapped with the atomic reconstructor. We've got 18,000 redstone, and so just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and zap 2 stacks worth of Restonia crystals, like so. We should then be able to go ahead and make some of this. We might be a little bit low on black quartz. We are. We've got 7 black quartz. We make black quartz by smelting smoky quartz, and so let's just quickly go ahead and craft up a little bit more with that. I don't want to go crazy because we don't have a whole lot of nether quartz here, but I will smelt that up real quick. Hopefully that is enough. Yeah, it should be right. We only need... I'm going to make more than 5 of these just because I know we're going to need more than the 5 required for the display stands. So there's 10 golden coils. That's going to allow us to make 5 display stands. Like so, beautiful. We then need to go ahead and actually make the Empowerer. And then all we're missing for that is 2 iron casing, which thankfully is nice and easy. We've still got some black quartz, which is nice. And then 1 double battery, which requires a bunch of Inori crystals, as well as some Restonia. I really thought we'd have some Inori crystals lying around. Unfortunately, we did not. But again, very easy to make, like so. And so, standard normal battery, kapow, double battery, kaboom, and Empowerer. And... Empowerer. Nice. All right, that was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So, now that we have the Empowerer, I'm actually not too sure if the wireless RF transmitters will transfer power into a display stand. I guess we can find out real quick. If it does, we should see it start to fill up here. Yeah, it totally does. Like, it connects. I think right now we might be running into a problem where we don't have enough power to go around. Or maybe it won't start transferring in power until we put something on there, but it does show it as connecting, which is pretty good. We're up to a lot of dry rubber now, which is really nice. That should continue to go up there. We should probably come back to like a full 9x9 grid of 64 tiny piles of dry rubber, which is really nice. So this is not pumping power in, but I think it might have the ability to do so. This one definitely has power. Let me check this real quick. If we do that, does that start to gain power? No, it connects up. Is this the case, chat, that it's only going to start to fill up when I put things down? I think it might be. It might be. I'm going to try it real quick. So if we put down these 4, again, this is not their final resting place. But if we go ahead and do something like, I want it to be close enough to this to where it can work. Let's do this. I believe they need to be 2 away. So like this, and like this. And like this is a terrible way to show this off. But let me see real quick if this works. So the idea here with the Empowerer is that we can take something like a block of diamantine, which is much like the Inori crystals and the Restonia crystals. A block of diamantine is acquired by just throwing a normal block of diamond onto a pressure plate in front of the atomic reconstructor, giving it a quick zap. And then if we go ahead and grab ourselves some clay, which we do have, we do need 2 pieces of standard clay, which I did just break, but I'm fairly certain you can just craft. You can. Should remember that for the future. And then we also need some light blue dye. Again, very easy to get once we have the lens of color, which you of course already have. And so if we just go ahead and throw this guy on again, throw down the lapis lazuli. Light blue. Nice. And so, chat, if memory serves me right, all we need to do is go 1, 2, this guy in the middle, 3, and 4. Now, the line should have got the recipe right. The question is whether or not power is being transferred. The good news is that power is being transferred into this one, but that's only because of the fact that there are already leadstone flux ducts there. Okay, so it looks like, unfortunately, the RF transmitters are not transferring power into these. That's fine. All it means is that we're going to have to manually connect this up with leadstone flux ducts. Thankfully, the leadstone flux ducts are very easy for us to make. So, leadstone flux ducts, boom. And we'll go ahead and make 42 of those. should do just fine. And then all we need to do, chat, here is just go ahead and connect these all up to power in some fashion. I don't know if it matters if you run cables through the middle. I don't think it does. Like if we do this, yeah, that causes a bit of a textural glitch there, but doesn't seem to matter all that much. It looks horrible. That is for sure, but power is being sent into all of these. And so after a couple of seconds here, we should see that block of diamantine transform into a block of empowered diamantine. Hopefully. There we go. Nice. Beautiful. All right, cool. So that's how that works. And let me go back over here to the repairer. Because remember, we're doing all of this to try and get the item repairer. So we need 4 blocks of empowered diamantine. We then need to make the ender casing, which requires 4 more empowered diamantine. So we need to do that 5 times. We also need some empowered Inori crystals. We might as well go ahead and empower the block. That requires a snowball, some grey dye, a button, and some cobblestone. And then finally, just some more basic coils. Very easy stuff indeed. So really, the most difficult part and the most expensive part of this is doing this 5 times, you know, making 5 empowered diamantine crystals. Whilst we wait for this, what did we need for that block of empowered Inori crystals? We needed snowballs, buttons, grey dye, and cobblestone. The only hard part there, I think, is going to be the snowball. You can see the power has really started to slow down, given that the solar panel is off. Like this area here is getting most of its power from the solar panel. It does get 80 hour fatigue from this, from the death generator downstairs, but most of its power comes from that 300 hour fatigue in the solar panel. So that's not really going to pick up again until morning. I don't know. We've got a few people on the server. It's quite possible we could sleep. Let's see. Let's try and make a bed and see if we can't get the server to sleep. Hey, it worked. Nice. Apparently I was the only one who needed to sleep. Perfect. Anyway, so yeah, the only thing that's going to be difficult about that is the snowballs. We don't have any snowballs, which is a problem. And we can make them from a frozen core. Do we have a frozen core? No, optimistic. I was hoping we might have got one from our mob spawner, maybe. Is there another way? I know we can make it with the glacial precipitator. This is not too difficult with some water. I just want to quickly see if there's an easier way for us to do it. I'm going to go quickly check that we don't have any frozen cores in our mob spawner over here, because I think it's quite possible that we might have some. Also, whilst we're over here, we can go ahead and move over. We got so much sugar. Like, what the heck? Oh, man. We can go check if we got any more patient bags. We do. We got 3 more patient bags. And let's also go see if we got any more nether stars. I would be surprised if we didn't. We do. Nice. 3 more nether stars. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, because the server's been going for quite a while since the last stream, so having extra nether stars, not surprising. That takes our grand total up to 5, I think? 7! Well, 7 nether stars, chat. Holy heck. So I think the easiest way for us to get a snowball here is going to be with the glacial precipitator. Thankfully, it is not too difficult. The only things that we are missing are the 2 copper gears and, of course, the 1 machine frame. Every single time, I always need the tin gears. I'm going to make a stack of tin gears, and by a stack, I mean 48, and now we're officially out of tin. Fantastic. But we're going to go ahead and make a machine frame and then a glacial precipitator like so. For now, just throw it down there. That should start to get power from the wireless transmitter. And then I'm fairly certain, chat, that we're only going to need 1 bucket worth of water to get the snowball that we need. We only need the 1 snowball because we're only going to make 1 block of empowered Inori crystals. Speaking of empowered blocks, I'm fairly certain that our block downstairs is going to be ready to be cycled out. It is indeed. Let's put on number 4. Yeah, we'll throw on block number 4. Boom, 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 and boom. Let that do its thing. Shouldn't take too long. And whilst we're waiting, let's go ahead and grab a button. And then all we need there is just a little bit of grey dye. Light grey, normal grey, right? Normal grey. Perfect. Okay, so finally, if we head on back down, this is done. So now we need to do 1 more of these. Boom, 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 and boom, nice and easy. Once that's done, we can go ahead and put on our button. We can put on our cobblestone. We can put on our grey dye, and we can put on our snowball, as well as a block of Inori crystals, which we'll go and get real quick here. Shouldn't be too difficult, as we made some Inori crystals earlier on in today's stream. Kapow, nice. So that's our 5th empowered diamantine crystal. One of these needs to be crafted down into normal diamantine crystals, not the block form. And then now we can go ahead and throw down our Inori crystal, 1 snowball, 1 grey dye, 1 cobblestone, and 1 button. That, I don't think it's going to take us long. I don't know if it tells us the time or the power usage. It doesn't, unfortunately, in JEI here. But any second now, this should finish. And then we have it. A block of empowered Inori crystals. And so, chat, finally, it took us a little while, but if we come back over to our ME crafting terminal, we should now, I believe, have everything it takes to make the repairer. This guy right here. So all we need now is a few more of these basic item coils because we turned all of our old coils into gold coils. We need a block of black quartz. Shouldn't be too difficult. Thankfully, we had just enough black quartz there. Craft that up into an ender casing using some of those empowered diamantine crystals, and then craft all of that up into a item once I go ahead and craft that down into its base form, and boom, item repairer. Nice. And so now that we have this, all we should have to do is essentially just put this down anywhere that there's power. Again, I'm going to hope that this will receive power, although I'm thinking now that anything from actual additions is just not going to get power from the wireless RF transmitters, which sucks a little bit, and it's probably a good idea, a good like excuse for us to move over into potentially using the Spectre coils as opposed to the RF transmitters here. They might work a little bit better for us, but for now, in that case, it's going to make the trek a little bit difficult, but let's put this down right about here. This is essentially going to allow us to repair pretty much any item in the game. For example, if we go ahead and take this out, you can see the durability on this has been lowered a little bit. All we need to do is throw that in like so, and it's going to go ahead and repair it. And so now we can essentially make an infinite number of Sifting Efficiency 5 books using the one Sifting Efficiency 5 book that we have. Oh, not the one book, sorry, the one plate that we have, right? If we go and grab a bunch of books out of our system, like so, we've already got the ink sacs in there. So now we can put this in, we can put this in. It's going to go ahead and make one. And then if we wait, it's going to make us a second book. There we go. Now, if we were to do it again, it would use the last third of the durability. We're not going to do that. We're going to take it back downstairs. We're going to charge it up with the item repairer. Boom. And we've saved ourselves 40 levels. Like every time we do that, we save ourselves 40 levels of having to get a new enchantment book, enchant it with 40 levels, and do the same thing over and over again. So now we can make as many of these as we want. We can do the exact same thing with Sieving Fortune 3 as well. And so essentially, chat, I think I'll do this between streams because otherwise it's just going to be way too tedious to watch me do this for the next like 30 minutes. But we can essentially take all of the meshes that we have. We can craft them all up into diamond stiffened meshes, which may or may not be possible. I don't know if we have enough diamonds to make that happen. And we got 148 diamonds, so we can make a fair few diamond stiffened meshes, but we can upgrade as many as possible to diamond stiffened meshes. And then using this method of duplicating the enchantment books, we can get Sieving Efficiency 5 and Sieving Fortune 3 onto every single mesh. So that's the plan. That's what I'm probably going to do between streams. But for the remainder of today's stream, the next thing I want to work on, first of all, I'm going to go and put this mesh, which is not enchanted. I thought that one was already enchanted. Let me put that back in there then, never mind. What I would like to work on for the remainder of today's stream is, of course, the material Stoneworks factories. So we've now got a bunch of these tiny piles of dry rubber, which is fantastic. If we come on back over here, we can go ahead and craft those up into normal pieces of dry rubber, which we can then go ahead and smelt in our furnace, like so. And now, if we look at the recipe for the material Stoneworks factory, which we've already got over here, it's a fairly easy recipe, all things considered, apart from the pink slime. The pink slime is the only difficult part of this equation here. The rest of it is fairly simple. Plastic, crafting table, pickaxe, bucket of lava, bucket of water, a furnace, a machine frame, but then you've got that pink slime in the middle there. And the way that we get the pink slime is through the mob slaughter factory. This guy right here. Again, fairly easy to make, all things considered. We need to go ahead and make another machine frame, but other than that, it's just some iron swords and some iron tools. And essentially, the way this works is you put down the mob slaughter factory in front of either passive or hostile mobs, and it will kill them and generate pink slime, as well as, I believe, sludge or meat. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that passive mobs generate more pink slime than regular mobs, although that might be outdated information. I'm not entirely certain. But given that we do not have any passive mobs, the easiest thing for us to do is just to go and put this down over here. We are going to have to get rid of that block of redstone that's hiding out right about there, because otherwise all of our mobs, of course, are going to be killed by the mob masher. For the time being, we don't want our mobs being killed by the mob masher. We want our mobs to be killed with the slaughter factory here. So I'll place that down like so. By default, it's got a very small range. If I show its working area is only this piece of wood here. So right now, this isn't going to work. It's not going to kill any mobs. We do have to make a very small range upgrade to allow it to kill the mobs that are in the corner of the spawner there. So let us just go ahead and quickly grab, I believe they're called range upgrades. Yeah, and I think all we're going to need is this first tier of range upgrade here, tier 1, and that should increase the area, I think, to a 3x3. Let me check real quick, though, because I could be mistaken. Yeah, so that range now should be more than enough to encapsulate the corner of that mob spawner. And then finally, we just get power over here. I think the easiest way for us to do that is going to be to put down one of our wireless RF transmitters, which I'm fairly certain will transfer power to that because it did transfer power to our latex processing unit. And so if we just go ahead and do something like this, we should start to see power, hopefully. God, that sound is horrible. This is working very slowly. Like, the power is getting there. It's just not very fast. But you can see we are at 80 millibuckets. Yeah, that could... oh, no, it's getting faster. It's getting there. Speed's going up. We only need 1,000 millibuckets to get this to work as well. Put lapis on your sword before killing the pink slime. This is a good idea. So people told me whilst I was in the nether mining nether quartz that apparently... Let's have a look. How much lapis do we have? We have got 4,000 lapis. I have no idea how much lapis it takes in order to get a good amount of looting on my tools, but apparently I can give my pickaxe look whilst only taking up one modifier. Like, I can get it up to look 3 whilst only taking one modifier slot. Let me see. So that's 180. We've still got 4 modifier slots remaining. So yeah, it doesn't actually take extra modifier slots to get that extra look. That's super nice. Nice. And I guess we can do the same thing with our sword as well. We can give the sword look so that we get a higher chance of actually getting good drops off of our when we kill this pink slime. So that's up at a number. Oh, it's up at 360. That's full. Nice. Okay, cool. And then we'll do the sword. Boom. Nice. That's super neat. All right, we got 1,000 millibuckets. Moment of truth. It doesn't work. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Use right click. Beautiful. Okay. So you can right click, pull out the bucket of slime, and then once we've got the pink slime, all we need to do is get ourselves a couple of blocks. We'll grab some cobblestone just because it's here. And then if we do something like this, 1, 2, 3, and 4, put down the pink slime. Give it a couple of seconds, that should turn into an actual pink slime. And now that we've got look 3 on our sword here, hopefully, when we kill this guy, we will get maybe 2 slime balls. Hopefully. Oh, he's here. Goodbye, my friend. We did it. We got 2 pink slime balls. Nice. Now, if we're going to make 3 stonework factories, we need at least 3 slime balls. However, I have been told through the power that is the Twitch chat that if I make a compacting drawer, I can cheat the system a little bit and get extra slime balls for free. Let's have a look. So if I go ahead and quickly make another compacting drawer here, like so, and we'll try that again, like so, boom, and we put this down, I guess for now, like right about there. So I believe the strategy is that we put pink slime into the compacting drawer. I'm going to put in, you know what, I'm just going to keep one, like, in another chest, just in case I mess this up and somehow lose my slime. But I've been told that if I do this, oh, look at that. So you can put in normal slime blocks and pull out pink slime. I see. So we don't have any normal slime, which sucks. And we don't have any slime over there. But if we were to go ahead and get some rice slime balls, can you craft rice slime balls into... You can. Nice. So we can actually duplicate these by just crafting up rice slime. So this is going to get us 9 pink slime, I assume. Or I guess 18. Like if I do this and I get 2 blocks of pink slime and I put those in there and I pull them out like this, look at that. Look at that. 19 pink slime balls. Holy heck. That is quite the exploit, I think. Like, holy heck. All right. But it does mean that now we have what it takes to make ourselves the material Stoneworks factory. I think we are missing a few of these things, specifically everything. What I was going to say, specifically like the lava and the water, both of which shouldn't be too difficult for us to get. I'll get 2 buckets of lava and 2 buckets of water. We are going to need a third one, but that's fine. How are we doing on lava these days? Oh, we're not producing lava right now because we got rid of the heat sand, of course. We got over 1 million buckets of lava, so I think we're good for the time being. We also need at least 3 iron pickaxes, like so, and then 3 machine frames, like so. And what else are we missing? 3 crafting tables. Am I out of space? Space chat. Okay, I need to make another 1K storage drive at some point, or maybe even upgrade to 4K storage drives, but there we go. Number 1. Hopefully number 2. What am I missing there? Just a crafting table? I am. Did I make 1 crafting table, chat? Boom. That's number 2. And then finally, for number 3, we need this machine frame. We need to go ahead and fill up our buckets here. And that's pretty much it. We also need the pink slime. So chat, I think we finally have what it takes to make all 3 of our material Stoneworks factories. Boom, boom, and boom. Nice. So, for those who don't know, let's go ahead and put this downstairs where our ignis extruders were. The ignis extruders, they were good while they lasted, but albeit probably not made for this this setup here. So, the idea here, chat, is that we're going to get rid of these ignis extruders, which we don't need. And we also don't need the sinks here now anymore either. And essentially, the material Stoneworks factory, it will take power and it will produce cobblestone. You can see right now it's producing cobblestone. And then at the bottom here, we've got a bunch of stops. Our cobblestone is currently being pumped out. I'm going to turn that off real quick because I do not wish for the cobblestone to be extracted. So I'm just going to turn that to active with signal. So it's going to stop pulling the cobblestone out. But at the bottom here, we've got all of these little like cross signs. And essentially all we have to do is toggle these to do what we want them to do. For example, if we click this and turn it to grind mode, which is what we're going to do, it'll start producing gravel. It'll turn the cobble into gravel. We can then go grind mode again. That's going to turn the gravel into sand. And then we can do the grind mode again. And that will turn the sand into dust if we get it right. Nice. So essentially it does the job that our ignis extruders did, but it's quite a bit easier. The only reason we didn't do it at the start of the series is because of that pink slime. It made it a little bit more expensive. You needed the latex and the tree fluid extraction and whatnot, which wasn't super difficult, but was a little bit more difficult than just making the ignis extruders. And fortunately, I believe that we can actually upgrade this to make it even faster. So if we head up back to our crafting terminal, I believe that using the, is it Tesla core lib speed upgrades, I believe we can use these to increase the speed of our machines, right? So we're doing more paper here. We don't yet have a paper tree, although we should. But thankfully, making paper is very easy with wood pulp and buckets of water. So we just grab some of those and throw them back into the system. Like so. We should be able to get ourselves quite a bit of paper. Again, we are running out of space, which is why these buckets are not going back in correctly, but that's fine. Kapow. And then that should get us the base add-on, like so. And then if we go ahead and quickly make ourselves 2 golden gears, like so, we can then go ahead and craft up the basic speed upgrade Mark 1. And the speed upgrade Mark 2 is the regular speed upgrade, but with 4 diamonds. Now, I don't know if this is the kind of case where you need both speed upgrades. Let me take the speed upgrade Mark 2 real quick and see how fast this is. I'm also not very familiar with these speed upgrades, so I'm not sure if you can put in like more than one of them or... So I can't put that in there. You need 1 plus 2. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, actually. So you do need both of them in order for this to work. Do I need water for this? Am I a fool? No, I don't need water. I am a fool. You get... Oh my goodness. What is that? The recipe with a bucket of water gets you... For 4 sawdust and water gets you 2. But then 3 sawdust gets you 6. Like, oh my goodness. I'm such a fool, chap. Like, wow. That's like when you go and buy, you know, a product, like a car maybe, and then like the next day you see an advert on TV and it's like half price if you just walk around the corner. Like, that's what you get when you don't shop around, you know? You get scammed. All right, so that's tier 1 and tier 2. So now that we've got both of them, we should be able to put tier 1 in, like so. That's going to make it a little bit faster. 60 RF per tick every 8 ticks, as opposed to 40 RF per tick every 10 ticks. So now it is quicker, and then we can put in the second one, and now it's doing 90 RF per tick every 6 ticks. And so now you can see it's significantly faster than it was before. If we go ahead and set that to extract always active, it's going to start pumping out all of that gravel. And you can see the gravel is not even being moved out fast enough, I don't think. Like, oh no, it's moving out the cobblestone. Huh. So I guess in this scenario, we want to make sure that we turn off the top there so that cobblestone cannot go up. So cobblestone is yellow. Make sure the upside, honestly, all of these sides can be off. We don't want any cobblestone being pulled out there, but now it should only be pulling out the gravel, and ideally, the gravel should be being sifted in the meshes. Nice. And I think at the current speed of these meshes, remember these meshes are not yet enchanted, but at these current mesh speeds, I don't think that this is going to be able to go through the gravel anywhere near as fast as the material Stoneworks factory is making it. You can see, yeah, it's not getting anywhere near close enough, although the power is going down very, very quickly, mostly, again, due to the fact that it's night, and most of our power over here is generated by the solar panel. But the real test as to whether or not all of this was worth it is going to be from this one over here. Over here, we have our enchanted meshes. And so if we go ahead and get rid of that, and just for the sake of symmetry, I am going to put the material Stoneworks factory right about here. This one is going to turn cobble to gravel, gravel to sand, sand into dust, and then it's the dust that's going to go up. We want to make sure that all of these are off because we don't want any of the cobblestone, any of the gravel, or any of the sand to go up. We only want the final product, which is the dust going up to the top level there. Didn't mean to put that down. So boom. Set that to extract. Always active. So that's going to pull the dust out. Ideally. It is nice. I am going to go ahead and move the speed upgrades from now over into this one just to see like how fast this is and to see if it can kind of keep up with the machines that we have. So you can see we've got enough power. Yeah, we've got enough power. This is staying at full, which is nice. And then it is running at the max speed. So we want to really see if this can keep up. This does have 3 enchanted meshes. Ideally, we're going to upgrade this to 9 meshes. So really, we're going to see if this can keep up with this. That's good. It means that we can probably go ahead and add more meshes in without having to upgrade the speed of the Stoneworks factory. It looks like that is the case. It looks like we are slowly but surely gaining dust. So right now we are at the point where we're producing more dust than we're using, which is great. Once we fill this out to have 9 fully enchanted meshes, I have a feeling that's not going to be fast enough, at which point all we really need to do is just make more Stoneworks factories. If we put down 2 more of these, that should be more than enough to cover 9 meshes, right? And so having 3 material Stoneworks factories at each mesh really shouldn't be too difficult for us. The only problem that we're going to run into, of course, is the lack of power, which is really what we're going to have to start looking towards working on in the next episode. Right now, we've got our death generator, and whilst it is doing fairly well, it's really not producing anywhere near the amount of power we need to start to work on getting some of this higher and stuff, right? Getting certain machines that are running at a couple of hundred redstone flux per tick consistently, right? Putting both energy upgrades, it will make it faster. Ooh. I actually did not know. I did see the energy upgrades in JEI just now, but I didn't even think about that. Let's have a look. So, boom. I guess I can make both energy upgrades, and then I guess we'll just go and upgrade that like so. I don't know if that's probably a bit more expensive actually the way I just did it, but that's fine. Gold gear. So the energy upgrades, I'm assuming lower the amount of energy required, right? Make a reactor power solved. That's probably what we might end up doing, honestly, making a big reactor. Let's see. So power. So that says, so it goes down to from 6 to 9. That does make it faster, for sure. Does that require less power or is that more power? Because now it says 90 RF per tick every 3 ticks. Like, I feel like that's using more power, no? Like, is that using twice as much power now? Or is that just twice as fast? Like, or is it only using 90 RF per tick, but it's making one every 3 ticks? I would assume that this is still using 90 RF per tick, but is making twice as much? Or making it twice as fast? Either way, we're definitely getting a nice amount of wares from this, which is very nice indeed. And also, I guess actually just the passive benefit of having this be faster, and also once we get all of the rest of the meshes up there fully upgraded, is that we will have more bones to put down into our bone generator. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, our death generator down there keeps turning itself off. I have no idea why it keeps turning itself off like that. It doesn't seem to make much sense. All I have to do is go down and back up, and it works again. But for whatever reason, it keeps turning off. I'm quite tempted to put like a timer down there to just like every couple of minutes, just like give it a quick refresh. Because I feel like the problem that it's having right now is that it gets stuck on just being turned off, and all I have to do is just kind of give it a tick, give it a bit of redstone signal for it to come back online. So let's go down. Let's wait for the door to let us out. Please. Nice. Make sure it's off. I'm just going to put like a timer. Like, right here. Does that work? Or is that... I don't think that's going to work. Let's try that again. I'm just going to put it 1 block further back. Is the plate detector picking him up on the Z-axis? I don't think so. I did set the detector up so that it's like... I think it's... You mean on the Y-axis? Like, the Y-axis for this is very low, so... Like, the Y radius is only 3, so it shouldn't pick me up from the higher floor, I don't think. No! What the... Milk. I need milk. This pig's not going to give me milk. Please. No! Gosh, dang it, chat. We tried. We tried so hard. And yet still we're going to die to this gosh dang spectre of death. Oh, no. Please, game. Does a milk chocolate bar count? I can't eat. Idiot proof. Well, chat, it was nice knowing you while it lasted. There's no point making a chest. Oh. Come, give me milk. You got 7 seconds. Quick. Quick. He's not going to make it. The server's not fast enough. He's not going to make it. He's going to arrive to see me die. Goodbye, world. Gosh dang it. Okay. Well. So, I think I just can't go back down here, right? Because I think this is not going to work. Like, now that I've put down that extra bit, I think that the RF battery is emitting a redstone signal now. Yeah, so now I just can't get near it. I guess I could still get... I mean, you can come anyway if you'd like. I could still get... Watch out, Kiss. You're going to die if you walk into that specter of death. Watch out! Ooh! I can't drink it now! It's too late! Okay, it's offline. Okay. Plan B, chat. Plan B. Plan B. Redstone. Yeah, my backup plan was to use water to flush the redstone. Hold on, though. Generator turns off. My plan B here. Hopefully, first of all, does this emit redstone? No. Okay, so plan B is just to do this and this. And so the idea is we'll just have a generator, and really, it's like what? 20 ticks a second in Minecraft. So if we want to have it like every 3 minutes, that means like 3,600. I guess we could have it go like every minute, right? So like 1,200. Oh. So every minute, it's going to send out a little pulse just to make sure that it's still working, you know? I mean, the timer could be a bad idea because the timer, essentially the timer is going to keep the generator running, I think. So that when the generator turns itself off accidentally, the timer is going to kind of kick it back into gear. The downside to the timer is that if I go down whilst the timer, like if I go down and then walk into it and the timer ticks over, that's going to be a problem. So, I mean, it's less idiot-proof now, unfortunately, but it is more good, right? Because, which, you know, it's just a fantastic sentence, you know? We like things that are more good. If it's more good, that means it's more better. And so, I think, chat, this is going to work out better for us in the long run, even though it has a slightly higher risk of death, and, you know, that's fine. That's just something we have to live with. You won't die, Isaac. You're not that dumb. Exactly. You have a gift for me? Where are you at, Kiss? I have lost you now. Is the gift milk? We're a little late for milk. Yeah, the timer... Oh, man. The timer is definitely going to kill us at some point. But I feel like it's necessary. Like, without the timer, it's just not working. Oh, a cow. Oh, okay. I will happily accept the gift of a cow. That's another thing that needs to be added to our to-do list, chat. I hope someone's keeping track of all of these things that are on our list of things to do. But one of those things is we need to get like a patch of grass that's like at least 24 blocks away so we can start generating passive animals, right? Like we should be able to we should have had a cow in that scenario. We shouldn't die when we walk near our death generator. We should be able to we should at all times, chat, be within 60 seconds of a cow ready to give us milk, right? Holy heck. That's the plan, at least. Oh, he requested a thing. TPA request. There you go. Oh, he's not requesting a TPA. Never mind. Hopefully we won't die again. That's the intention. So, chat, between episodes, I want to do a lot of base redesigning. Between episodes, between streams, I intend to kind of overhaul the base a little bit. Because up until now, a lot of the stuff that we've made, we've just kind of slapped down randomly. Like we got this over here, which is just kind of randomly placed down. This stuff here just randomly slapped all over the place. Between streams, I want to do like a complete base overhaul, try and clean things up, make it look a bit nicer, find a place for everything. Like putting things like this right here is just a complete mess. I don't like it at all. And so I'll try to do that. I'll spend a bit of time enchanting all of the meshes so that they've all got sieving efficiency 5 and sieving fortune 3, so that all of these are all filled up with really good meshes that are going to allow us to sieve nice and quickly and hopefully take use, or make use, I should say, of all of the material Stoneworks factories that we've got. And then next time we'll come back and we'll look at generating some more power, and then maybe, chat, even looking into completing some quests, because there are a ton of quests in this quest book here that we have not even come close to touching. Maybe jump into a little bit of embers. That's quite early on in the pack here. Maybe get some more armor. We're still using pretty poor armor, so getting better armor could be quite nice. The Twilight Forest is something we should go do at some point, and just kind of try and move through the pack and make some progress, because right now we've just been working to get resources, and now, as you can see by our crafting terminal, 55,000 iron, 19,000 redstone, 11,000 copper, and so on. We've got resources. We've got what it takes to start crafting and start playing the rest of the pack, guys. Here, I believe, is my gift of a cow. I'm ready, Kiss. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna bow as well. Bow. A cow. Oh, look at that. Wait. No, I was gonna say I don't have saturation. What the heck? I will drink this bucket of milk. Thank you, my friend. Yes, that was your milk right there. I'm gonna go quickly get some more solidified experience cubes. She is indeed. She's a beauty. Do we have what it takes to make a name tag, or a name tag's ridiculous in this pack? I think I remember name tags not being easy to make for whatever reason in this pack. I don't know why. Let me go check real quick. I think that name tags are silly. Yeah, for whatever reason, we need a book and quill and a mana pool to make a name tag. What the heck? I want to name our emergency milk cow, but apparently I'm not allowed to do that. Also, my game is frozen. Oh, there we go. We're back. All right, we can go ahead and re-equip our saturation, like so. Holy heck. Beautiful. Did that work? Oh, there we go. Okay, we've got saturation now. Fantastic. And we have a cow as well. Brilliant. We might have a cow in a jar, actually. Oh, we do. We could totally go ahead and jar this cow up, actually. That's not a bad idea, actually. Keep that in mind. Hold that thought. And tell me in the next stream, guys, because for now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's stream there.